team. Here, live with Big Boys Boxing. Once again, I'm your host, Jono, and are you ready for another big weekend of boxing? So, as per usual, just give me a couple of secs here, get a few things sorted, like music, and I'll get a link sent out to the regulars. We'll get the show on the road. But like I say, we're getting pretty treated with another decent weekend of boxing, particularly for the heavyweights. We've got Dillian White versus Oscar Rivas. We've got Dave Allen versus David Price. We've got Derek Chisora versus Artur Szpilka. And we've also got Efa Ajagba versus Ali Iran Demirazan, another unbeaten prospect. So yeah, a big weekend of boxing, man, and I am looking forward to it. We've also got a few other fights as well of note, particularly the big clash between Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. So there's a couple of other fights on that card as well, and Ugas versus Figueroa, and Caleb Plant versus Mike Lee as well. So huge weekend of boxing, really. But yeah, just give me a sec here. I'm almost done. Just getting this link sent out to the regulars. Boom, regulars. There's a link I just dropped for anybody who might like to jump on and have a chat. And I will also drop one in the chat as well for anybody else who might like to join. Sometimes this link won't work for people. If it doesn't, you can always drop me a line on Hangouts using the email that's in the description. Alright, can somebody just let me know in the chat, is the background music too loud or is it all good? Kia ora Adam Fahey, good to have you in as usual. Gareth Hancock. Mike Lee. Wow, you're fighting this weekend. Glad you're loving the chats there, brother. It's all good. Marla, good to have you in as always. There's a link there if you want to jump in, brother. Who else we got here? Shout outs to everybody who turns up to these. Coco1, good to have you in. The Prophets. Always good to have another Kiwi. Well, a few Kiwis. That's the whole point of these Friday evening streams down here, is to make it a little more convenient for those Kiwis who would like to get involved. Nelson in the house. Cool. Spend a bit of time down there picking apples in my younger days. Some good fun, man. Yeah, I'm picking Chisora as well against Szpilka. I've got him stopping Szpilka. I don't think Szpilka deals too well with pressure. Every time we've seen him come up against a real pressure fighter, he's gotten stopped. Not so much the Deontay Wilder fight, but Adam Kovnarski was a big one. It was someone else that I can't remember off the top of my head as well for Szpilka. But he's coming off a win over Marius Vuk, so he's on a bit of a high. But you know, Marius Vuk is well at the end of his career, so you know, I don't think it's too much to write about. Sorry, I didn't push enter. There's the link in the chat for anybody who may like to come and join the panel. I do have a hangout open. I'll get that up on screen so people know it's there. Give me a sec here. But yeah, I've actually got a little bet on Shizora to stop Arta Spilka, so that one is what it is. But yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting for sure. We got Adam Fahey in the house. How are you today, brother?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad.
That's the one. That's the one. Looking forward to this weekend of heavyweight action.
That I am. I think there'll be quite a few surprises, to be honest. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yep, ditto. The big one. How do you see that Oscar Rivas versus Dillian White going, mate?
I've actually chucked some money on Rivas because it would be absolutely rude not to when he's paying $7.50 for a KO. Yeah, I actually think it's going to shock a hell of a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah, I just like Dillian doesn't like going backwards too well, and he starts to go to when it's not going his way. And I think Rivas is he's not a Mike Tyson, but he does fight in that similar manner.
Indeed.
Hit rotation and really driving him through, similar to how White actually throws his left hook. But or you can swarm him. Which is, in my opinion, a much higher level than a Carlos Takam or anyone like that, then I think he'll cause a lot of problems, especially 4 to 5.
Yep, definitely. I've actually got a bet on Rivas as well, but I only went for the win. He's paying like $4.50 or something just for the win. I didn't want to throw too much at it, so yeah, I only chucked a lazy 20 on it, but we'll see what happens. It's definitely worth the bet, and I think he's got a shot, so why not, man? Why not? Also on that card, I think it's pretty unanimous around the planet who's going to win between Dave Allen and David Price, but you want to give your thoughts on that one, mate?
To be fair, I think it'll be an upset there. I reckon Price will knock him out.
Ooh.
I really do. To me, he's actually looking in a really good shape, old the big truck, and everyone knows he throws with absolute confidence. And Allen, he's fought an over the hill, shot to bits Lucas Brown, and probably four. So I could actually really quite see Price tagging and hurting badly Dave Allen, to be honest.
Fair enough, mate. Sorry. Headphone users. Hold on. I'm just trying to change over to my phone. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. You got me, Adam?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, mate.
Sweet. Sorry about that. That isn't as simple as I thought it might have been. Having some issues on Hangouts with my computer. So, yeah. But, yeah, all in all, it's looking like an awesome weekend of boxing. We've got that unbeaten prospects in Ephra Jugba. And Ali Arand Demirazin fighting as well. Hasn't really fought anybody, so I don't think that one's gonna last too long. I think Ephra up within sort of 3 or 4 rounds at the most. So
completely agree.
Yeah. So, but also on that card, we've got a pretty big card there with Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. We've got the Figueroa and Ugas. We've got Caleb Plant as well. So over here in New Zealand, it's going to be a early start with boxing, and then have some boxing after lunch as well. Awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm now over the UK, so I'll be watching that at night, which will be a bit interesting for the first time.
It will be, yeah.
But yeah, there are quite a few good wee scraps as well.
Oh, we've got Lawrence Okoli's having a
And
fight on there as well, isn't he?
yeah, he's having a wee run out before he has his crack at the bottle cruiser.
Yep.
But yeah,
Are you going to any of the fights while you're there, mate?
and that on Saturday night, Loma versus Campbell was announced for August 31st. And
Yep.
Saturday too, definitely. I'm going to pass up an opportunity not to see the Wizard in action.
Yep. Fair enough. I've finally got a hangout up on screen. I think I might have messed it up a bit though. Hold on, just give me a sec here. Yes. There we go. I think I got it sorted. All right. Now I can bugger off. Stream's sitting by itself. But yeah, when there is those links in the chat there, and regulars, I've sent the link via Hangouts as I usually do. So feel free to jump on in if you have the time, if you have a minute, and get on in. There's plenty to talk about for this weekend.
How do you see the O2 bill going yourself? What's the rundown of the heavyweight fights?
Well, I've got Pricey going to sleep. I'm actually picking Dillian on points, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I wouldn't put money on Rivas if I didn't think he had a chance. So that's the most interesting fight for the weekend for me.
And you think Chisora's going to sleep Spilka?
Yeah, I think he is. Case of wearing him down a little bit to start with, but the pressure that Chisora brings, I think, is going to create for Spilka. But you know, if he's kind of learnt his lesson, maybe expecting something and getting something else, like when he fought Adam Kovnarski. I think he got taken by surprise there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Derek Chisora come out like a bull in a china shop to start, and try and do the same sort of thing. But Spilka, you know, he can move, he can, he's pretty crafty, but that's I don't know. Yeah, he's getting on. There you go, mate.
Sorry. No, you carry on, sorry.
I just think Spilka's getting towards the end of his career. He didn't look shit hot against Marius Vaka, isn't exactly a big name to beat these days. I mean, he's somebody, obviously, but nothing special. So, current form, I think Derek Chisora's in pretty good form at the moment, even though he lost to Dillian White. He was looking pretty good on that fight, and we've seen what he did to Takam as well, and I think Spilka's about on the level of Takam, to be honest. So
again, I can actually see that going the other way, to be honest. I can actually see Spilka getting a crafty where he saw a unanimous decision win. Chisora sort of just comes forward, but he's found wanting the ring, and you can sort of just walk around him and just tag him at a bit of will. I don't know if in his lock he'd be able to do that for 12 rounds, or it's 10 rounds actually, isn't it? But yeah, I think he can probably sneak a cheeky wee win there. But I think it would be quite competitive, but once it starts to slow down from 6 onwards, the slightly better boxing skill of Spilka probably sort of edging him out late.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you. You know, to a degree. If it goes the distance, I think, like you say, there's a good chance that Spilker could get a points one way or another. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think that first
because
six
when we sort of think
rounds,
about it, he's
the first 6 rounds are going to tell us a lot how that goes. I think, but we'll see.
yeah, like he was very well, he's struggling big time to try and shut down Gashi in their bout, which he still couldn't cut him off and sort of deal to him, and he was getting an absolute pace
Yeah,
from landed a hell of a right hand, but before that I don't think he'd won a round. So he's probably
that's
was
right.
he probably
He wasn't
six or
looking very
seven?
good at all.
Yeah, he's probably 6 or 7 rounds down there. I think he would get up for a white fight when he's 75. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I guess it's one thing about Shizora. He's never had quick feet or anything. He's always been real plodding. This you could be right. You know, Spilker has a bit of skill there. I'm not trying to discredit Spilker at all, but it could be more interesting than I thought it was going to be. You brought up this points, you know, so shit. I can't take my bet back now. So.
Cash out.
Yeah. Oh well. It was only a small bit, mate. So it's all good.
Yeah, I've got a wee multi on that whole card, which if it comes good, I'll be very happy.
Sweet.
But
What's your?
gets me about $2.5 grand.
Oh, that's not a wee multi, mate. That's a multi.
Exactly. It's a 3 fights as well.
Yeah. Was that your profit on it, or is that what you put on it?
No. I'm not putting that much down.
I was meaning that's not a wee. No. No, if it comes off and you get a couple of grand out of it, shit up, mate. Good stuff.
Yeah, too right.
So have you had a chance to try and have a look at any of the footage of Ali Randamirizan?
I've seen from memory. The one he had against, who was it, the WBO? Was it the guy who went with Dimitrenko?
Yeah.
His last fight.
I know the guy's name. I can't remember off the top of my head either. But yeah, that guy can actually scrap. Yeah, Demirizan's got.
Yeah, so I've seen that one, and I've seen one probably about 10 fights ago against Sprott.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's that washed, he needs to be hung out to dry, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah. Well, even from what you've seen in those fights, do you think he's going to be able to put up much of a battle?
I think
against
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be surprised if you hear the bell for round 4, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually on Boxing Scene today from a jug bar talking about how his opponent fights, how he likes to scrap more than anything. So I was going to try and keep it long and pick him off. And but at the same time, a jug bar likes to fight. So if it comes down to it, I think he's still either way it goes. So.
Yeah.
Big future there, boy.
It's clear to see he carries power, so it won't be smart for Ali to just keep walking on in, but he should be tagged.
Yeah, I wonder what his game plan's going to be. Once he got that, he could beat a jug bar
adopt the Christian Hammer vs. Kavitkin style and just try and see out 12 rounds.
Yeah, well, let's hope he doesn't use the Curtis Harper theory. For a lot of people. But yeah. All right, we might as well a little bit about Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. There's a lot of to and fro between fans, a lot of loyals to each side, but trying to look at objectively, who do you think's going to win that one, mate?
I reckon Pac-Man's going to win that. Thurman really does not like being touched to the body whatsoever, um, and I think Manny, if he's smart, can get it. He won't knock him out, even though there's no VAR testing. He won't get another knockout because he hasn't had one in about 5 years. But
Yeah,
well, with a T stage, isn't he? But yeah, he hasn't really had a clean knockout in quite some time. Um, I just have to wait the power at the weight at welterweight. But yeah,
agreed.
I can still see him outpointing Thurman, who is definitely still a top three welterweight in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's that sort of
on point.
there's that sort of top of the pile of Thurman, Pacquiao, Crawford, Spence, and I can just sort of see Pacquiao edging him, even though he is 41 or something.
Yeah, it's going to be a case of Pac-Man's going to pull on the pressure. Keith Thurman's smarts is only going to get him. Pac-Man might be little, but he's a tough son of a bitch, eh? And you just keep coming, even if he's getting tagged. And might start getting lost for ideas. I could be wrong, though. You know, there is the possibility that Thurman could knock Pacquiao out. But
That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a very competitive fight, and I'm interested to see who's going to win that. I think the winner should be aiming to try and fight one of those other big guys like a Spence or a Crawford. So yeah, definitely very interesting, man. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, it's a quality card, to be fair, like just in general.
Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to that Caleb Plant fight too. I really like seeing that dude fight, no matter who he fights. Got a big future. He's the kind of guy that I could see being a legacy fighter in, 10 years, Hall of Fame, but fairly early, I guess, in his career. So
He's timing his run quite well as well with being at super middle. Like, count on 2-3 more fights max at that weight. And he can sort of start to step up into that. I wouldn't mind if he is, who I think will absolutely run through Durrell for the WBC.
yeah. Just got seeing the comments about me changing over to my phone. Apologies again for that, y'all. That was terrible. But, yeah, we've also got that Ugas versus Figueroa fight on there. That's another real competitive fight. Have you got a pick for that one, mate?
Figueroa is pretty decent, to be fair, but probably going the distance with an Ugas win there, to be honest.
Yeah, great minds. Yeah, I'm picking Ugas. If it goes to points, and depending what Figueroa comes to the ring, he could have a shot at it. But I think Figueroa is knocking Ugas out. I can't see that happening, to be honest.
Yeah.
Too competitive. Yeah. Let's have a quick scroll through the news here. See if there's anything new come up. I see. Picked up an injury and he won't be fighting Joey Dueco next weekend. Unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh, has he?
Sort of a bummer. I was looking forward to that. Just trying to find the article here. I didn't read what injury it was, but yeah, I heard he won't be fighting next weekend. So I'm wondering whether Eddie's going to get another opponent in for Dueco, or what's going to go on there, because I'm sure that would have been the main event for that card.
Was that Hooker Ramirez, that car?
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, you might be right. Try and look it up here. Murat Gassiev. I hope I'm wrong about that story. It's still on BoxRec. And it's still listed. But where's the event? Farmer versus who's that? Someone Francis.
Mandatory.
Okay.
He and Carroll fought out for a draw um, for the man ago. And Farmer said that he'd just run through both of them one after the other.
Okay.
So he got rid of, he finished off Carroll as mandatory.
Alright, so that could be worth a look too. That's next weekend. What else have we got on the card that's of some interest to us? Vanetti, no, not really. Joey DeWicker. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is the Maurice Hooker card. Maurice Hooker versus Jose Yates.
Yeah, unifying the super
Yep.
lightweights. If Hooker wins out, I'd fight the World Boxing Super Series winner for undisputed at the weight.
Could happen, yeah. That would
Because
make
yeah, especially if Josh Taylor does win and he does end up signing with Matchroom, which there's a bit of talk about. It would be him to drag him over to the UK, even Scotland, for a undisputed fight.
Indeed. Indeed. Alright, peeps, don't be shy. There is a link in the chat if anybody wants to jump on. Bryce Fisher's in the house as well. So, good time, mate. I thought Marlon might join us. He popped in.
Cassius Chaney fights tonight, doesn't he?
Does he? I missed that one. I'm going to have to look that one up.
Just a run out, I think.
Okay. Cassius Chaney on tonight.
I think so.
For those,
Next weekend.
those of you who don't know, Cassius Chaney is a 15-0 American prospect. Joel Khalid, don't know how you say that. Caudle. Oh, Joel Caudle. I've actually heard of that dude before. 8-2. Okay. And that's on the 19th. That's tonight. So that'll be tomorrow New Zealand time, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And who else is on that card? Season had a run out the other night too.
Oh, did he?
Yet another one. I'd like to see him step up to that one. But Cassius Chaney's fighting on the Teofimo Lopez.
That is tomorrow. Yeah.
With Lopez is fighting Nakatani. So
Yeah.
he's 18. Interesting matchup, a big step up for Nakatani, but I expect Lopez will come through that without too much hassle.
Yeah.
Pretty sparkling prospect, isn't he? So
yeah, interesting. He's a blue chip, that's for sure.
Yeah. Not really too many other real names on there. guess.
What was your take on the Hellenius loss?
That was an awesome fight to watch, mate. I loved watching that fight.
Oh, please.
I thought Hellenius was starting to take control in that fight and kind of starting to break. It seemed like he was actually a bit more tired than he looked like.
Yeah.
When he got in and it buckled his knee and he stumbled back onto the ropes. Thought, oh shit, he looks in real trouble. Sure enough, once the ref broke him up, same right hand he piped and down he goes. He was not getting up from that.
Just wasn't even looking out for it, was he? Just clipped him and he's gone.
You act to get away from the punch, and when it's that straight, there's no way out, man. Unless you get a glove in front of it, you're fucked.
Maybe it was alright. An idiot.
Yeah, but yeah, me too, mate. I thought Hellenius would do better than that, particularly in those earlier rounds. I thought have kept it a bit longer. He wasn't using his jab well enough in the early rounds where he had the reach advantage. But to be fair, Gerald Washington was looking pretty athletic in that fight, particularly in those first 3 rounds. So, full credit to the dude, man. He needed that win, and he looked, apart from rounds sort of 4 and 5, and was it the 7th round he knocked out Hellenius in it, I think? Yeah, so 4, 5, and 6, I thought Hellenius was starting to come on, but got tagged, and it just goes to show this heavyweight boxing, man. And
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's the end of the road for Hellenius now too. I don't think we'll see much of him at the top level, and considering the amount of injuries he's had and the tough time he's had. I wouldn't be surprised to see him hang the gloves up, but I don't know.
Yeah, 35 or 36. Yeah, he's not going to get any more opportunities.
So it is what it is. But
might against a like I say, Joker or something if they can't get the do up a fight at the end of the year. Those sorts of fights, but yeah, I sort of think he's probably earned enough money from that wee fight there that he can day-to-day living for a while. Sort of have a think of what he actually needs to do.
Yeah. Johan Dorpa, I wouldn't actually be surprised if he'd try and get some revenge for that knockout loss that he had to him before he hangs him up. And that as well. It's a decent matchup. But we'll have to see where Johan Dorpa's at, like you say. So yeah, what did you make of the Tainioka versus Alexander Dimitrenko fight? You catch that one?
Stoppage. I didn't see the fight per se, but yeah, Dimitrenko's he's got a heart because he gets in the ring, but there's not much more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to respect anyone who gets in there. He sort of if it's not going to go his way, he shuts down pretty quick, and it looked like he did that yet again.
Yeah. Actually available on YouTube, but to me the first round looked very cagey, and go to land something like he did against Granat, but Yoka's too smart for that.
That's the weird thing, like he does it, but like he's shown that in a few occasions, but yeah, just almost looks gun shy.
If he doesn't get his way, I don't want to be here anymore, sort of shit, eh? So
yeah,
but yeah,
like against Jennings,
he did, and I thought it was a pretty shitty stoppage in that fight too. The ref called it off before canvas.
Yeah, so, like sure he was down on the cards at that point, but yeah, he was showing he could stand on one.
Yeah, I think he was still good to go for it, but maybe it would have gotten stopped a round or two down the I think to a degree, Bryant Jennings somewhat lower level of power compared to the bigger boys. Give Dimitrenko the, I guess, the balls to hang in there and try a bit harder rather than give up. So
How do you see that Joyce versus Jennings fight?
I thought it was way closer than what the judges scored it. Well, except one of them. I think one of them scored it 150. And that was the score
Yeah,
I got, but I wouldn't have argued with 114, 113 as well. Joyce still got away with it just due to his volume and pressure, and Jennings wasn't doing enough, even though he was much cleaner work and his defensive prowess was much better. Um, you know, there's tier of scoring. I thought Joyce won the effective aggression and the ring generalship, but he landed the cleaner work, and his defense was pretty damn good most of the night. So it was a close, pretty much giving us a idea of what level Joe Joyce is at. To be fair,
yeah.
what did you reckon?
Well, I did find he got hurt to the body. Was it round 1 or 2?
Round
Round
two, I
one.
think. Yeah,
Yeah, by a body shot. Really got him in the perfect spot. But yeah, he really closed up for that round after that as well, which shouldn't acknowledge or might not have thought he had enough to be able to get Joyce out of there, but it would have been sort of with Jennings if he'd actually given it a fair crack there and really put the foot on it. If he had dropped him once more, that gives him a big lead up early on in the fight, if you know what I mean.
yeah,
But yeah, it was like Joyce, sorry, gets tagged whenever he wants. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty. He's not going to go very far against the puncher, no matter how good he thinks his chin is. Yeah.
yeah. Dropped in for a chat. How are you today, brother?
I'm good. I'm still tired. I was up to silly hours. Checking that scene for about a year.
Fat Apples.
No, Thunderdome.
Oh, Thunderdome. Yeah, I've seen him live today too. I actually dropped it.
Oh, I missed that. So yeah, what you talking about, Jono?
Just wrapping up a few. We're just talking about Joe Joyce and Bryant Jennings and how that fight kind of stuck out to give us an idea of that. But we can carry on from there. How much of a future at the top do you think Joe Joyce has got?
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I mean, who's the best guy he fought? Is it Jennings or is it, then again Stavern looked shot, didn't he? So you can't really count Stavern. I think we need to see him one more fight at a higher up position of where he's at. To be honest, it's hard to say because he's such a big brute and he's strong. I mean, realistically, until you get to the top of the top or very close to the top, you don't really know how effective you are, or we don't. He's gonna have to change his game really to hang with the guys at the top. The torso movement, lateral movement, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tommy, what did you make of his juggling with no balls? You see that
The what?
they were moving in the fist like the moving of his fist like he was trying to juggle the ball.
He's been doing that ever since he but hey, yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh God. Is he trying to emulate David Hay?
He was.
I have no idea, but he needs to leave that well alone.
Yeah.
Because I remember David Hay doing something similar.
was during the fight trying to do the Roy Jones Jr. swing the glove around her right hand. What the fuck? He looked like a clown.
I reckon I might see some shade of Ali in there as well.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm down.
Quick question actually on Joyce. If based on their last performance, if they were to fight next, who have you guys got?
Dubois.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I reckon they'd be
more
pretty close
more
to be fair.
complete. You reckon it'll be close?
Yeah, like Joyce the Titanic across the Atlantic, but yeah, I'm still like that Gorman fight for me. Was I don't know what he was up to. Seemed like completely the wrong sort of tactic to me, really.
He was just concentrating on left hook, and it wasn't working, but he still stuck with it. He paid the price.
Sort of left hooks falling short quite a few times. Yeah, but Dubois within another, give him another 2 years of actual growth, will be an absolute beast. But yeah, I don't know how he'd go with Joyce pressure. He hasn't really faced that as such, and he had that wee firefight with Larty for about 20 seconds, and I thought, oh, geez, like, you don't want to have your chin hanging up in the air against a decent puncher.
Yeah.
But it would be a hell of a fight. That's for sure.
Well, there's no doubt Joyce would bring it. Come forward with his whoa punches all night. I think the speed of Dubois shooting down the pipe would eventually stop Joyce, to be honest. Level 6 of those down the pipe, because as soon as Joyce goes to throw one of those big wide punches, Dubois, if he tries to punch to it every time. So, I don't know, but if Joe Joyce does happen to hit Dubois, because even though the punches are slow, they're still thudding heavy punches, man, and they keep coming. So
yeah,
it could be as
I wouldn't mind seeing Daniel fight a guy like Schwartz or a Dimitrenko, or someone a bit not necessarily a level up from Nathan, because I don't think that was really Nathan's best performance by a long stretch. Just another fight to grow, keep the profile building. I don't think he needs to jump in there straight away. He is only 21, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah.
With Joyce, on the other hand, he's 32 or 33, so
as now that Longsdale belt, there's not going to be too much opportunity to step down any levels or anything like that. So yeah, fighting Huey Fury, or who else? The winner of David Price and Dave Allen, maybe that. But he's certainly got a bright future. Who would you like to see him fight next, Tommy?
Sorry, who next?
Daniel Dubois. Who would you like to see him fight next?
Ooh. Okay, give me a choice of 3 to 5 fighters.
Okay. The winner of Price versus Allen, Huey Fury. You want to try Ajit Caballel, maybe, or Dimitrenko?
I don't think Huey Fury could deal with Dubois. He would get clipped at some point, or he would get hurt that way. So I wouldn't put Huey Fury in with Dubois. If David Price was to come through the Dave Allen fight, I reckon, that would be that'd be a nice meal for Dubois to get David Price. it would be fair to put David Allen in with David Price. That's why I say that. Who else is there that would be around this?
Is Dimitrenko too low a level, you reckon, considering his loss record recently?
Who did?
Ooh. Who was it
Joker.
last? Oh, Tony Yoka.
His last one was Joker.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, there have been somewhat terms agreed for him and Dave Allen for August 31st. Obviously, Allen would provided Allen beats Price.
Yep.
Would even though Povetkin's shot, would that be too much for Dubois?
I don't think he's fully shot, to be honest. I think he's winding down his career, but I don't think he's fully shot yet, and I think it's probably a good shout. But I'd like to see Dubois against somebody a bit taller to get him ready for, the bigger boys of the division, honestly.
To bring out a Dominic Brazil.
That's a good shout. That's a real good shout.
Oh.
Could be disaster at the same time.
Yeah, or Gerald Washington.
That's even better. I think Gerald Washington's a real good shout. Yeah. Or even a Charles Martin or someone like that.
Yeah, most of those guys are what they're about.
Yeah, once sort of 6'5" above or 6'4" above it, would be nice for Dubois because he's 6'5" himself, isn't he? So,
Jono, what about old Junior Farr?
ooh, I don't know if Junior would. I'd like to, yeah. I don't know if Junior would take that fight, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. So, Junior's definitely most of the time, except for when he got floored against what was his name? Not Nick Guivas.
Oh, in his last
Yeah,
fight.
Dominic Gwynn, that was it. He got floored on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Junior. I've had my reservation. As soon as he got knocked down, people were just saying, "Oh shit!" But, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. How do you think the Junior Farr Daniel Dubois fight might go there, Adam?
I'd have Dubois by stoppage. Probably 5 to 6. I was actually really quite impressed with his engine actually against Gorman. And yeah, his reliance on that was actually very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing with Daniel Dubois, I'd like to see him move his head. God damn, move it much at all, eh? But there's a lot of heavyweights that don't move the head that are pretty damn good. So, Dubois could still go a long way, even if he doesn't move his head much. But it'd be different, I guess, if he comes across somebody who's got it in him. Yeah, so.
So,
Well, like a Tyson Fury?
who do we actually have?
Yeah.
Who do we actually have in the undisputed fans heavyweight champion fight of the world between Brown and Tom Little? That's up. Nick.
Oh.
You know,
Undisputed.
that obviously be recognised as the world #1 heavyweight.
Did I miss half of that? Did I hear Tom Little and who?
Yeah. Lucas Brown.
Oh. Okay.
Come on, Jono, you know they're the best heavyweights in the world.
Okay, now I got you. No, I think Lucas will stop him, but um, well, maybe he won't stop him. He's looking pretty ragged, and if Tom Little can land a couple of those liver shots, oh boy, it could be all over for Lucas Brown again. So he's just going downhill and downhill and downhill. Is that poor guy,
What are you?
Lucas Brown? I believe he
Oh,
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's 40. He's almost 41, I think.
41.
yeah,
Is Manny Pacquiao his age?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's my age. That card up. Who else is on there?
Actually, just a random question. Do any of you guys know roughly how much during his career?
He must have at least made $1 million, added all up. He would have got paid pretty well for that Shigai fight. Paid pretty well for the for the Dillian White fight. So
You got 350 against White. So I'd assume he probably have got about the same for the Chigayev fight.
yeah, and
But these other fights have been Oceania sort of level fights, which would really not be paying much at all.
he might have got a couple on fight too, maybe. You reckon, or at least maybe.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he would have got that much because that was undercard. Well, it was chief fight, but you know what I mean. It's
How many
like an
times did he
undercard
defend
level
his
fight.
belt?
He didn't. He got it stripped.
Yeah.
Stripped because he got
That's my opinion.
clenbuterol. Yeah.
It was in a pre-workout though, wasn't it?
No, not that one. Got busted. The first one was
No.
clenbuterol. He says in meat in what's the one? Chechnya.
Russia?
Yeah.
Oh, Chechen.
But then he got done for in the pre-workout, the same one that Povetkin got done for the second time round. What was it? Started with A.
And White as well. Believe it or not, White got done for Jack 3D.
He got done for Germanian route.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is in a pre-workout. In some pre-workouts. Yeah, Lucas Brown got done the second time, and he didn't have a belt then, so it didn't matter. I don't know how he got picked up in that one, actually. Oh, was supposed to be fighting, was it Manuel Char? Oh, no, it was Shannon Briggs. He's going to be fighting Shannon for the regular title or something like that. And then that was a bad luck fight, that one, because Briggs got 12 after that. They all juices, man.
I thought Briggs was in far too good shape that he was.
Yeah, well.
He had more testosterone than he had water.
Into shape and look that good when you're after 40 years old and you already weigh 400 pounds.
I'm going to put it out there. I actually reckon Tom Little can beat him, you know.
You think he can knock him out or just on points?
Points, because was it Sokolowski? He definitely beat Brown in that wee warm-up that he had. The decision after being dropped.
Yeah, who was that against? I remember that.
Sokolowski.
I'll find it. Oh, Kamil Sokolowski, that's right. Yeah, that was in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Double A talking to me about that. He thought Lucas Brown won it when he was watching it live. But I had a bit of a different opinion once he saw the replay on TV. So, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe the crowd had something to do with the things live, but he could be wrong.
Do you reckon he would have got paid out, or do you reckon he would have got paid out all right against James Toney?
That was before he was undefeated. That was when he was undefeated, eh? So it's possible he might have got paid. Oh, it was Gregory Tony, wasn't it? Or was it James Tony? It was James?
And that was James Tony.
Jonah,
Yeah,
what fight have you got showing on your channel right now?
Himiyahio versus Ali Kaiden.
Right.
That's the one last week.
Right. The text you use is very, very sharp. That looks fresh. You know, the
Sweet.
chat box, a really nice, fresh look.
I think that was just the inbuilt clean option. Well, it might have been Twitch, one of them. I can't remember. But yeah, if Tom Little does beat Lucas Brown needs and stay there. Go back to bouncing. But
He'll get chins there bouncing as well.
guy that everybody can knock out. Let's have a go. Funny shit.
How bad does it make? Yeah, White's win. Like Dave Allen runs through him, and then so does Tom Little.
Yeah, and you know, when Dave Allen fought him, he looked like he was. So he did a better job than what White did, pretty much, didn't he? So how many rounds did go against White? It was got a few rounds of this.
7,
Yeah.
6.
So I'm just gonna bring it up here. What did Dave Allen stopped him in like 3 or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he got him in 3.
Yeah. So wow, maybe Dave Allen should be fighting Dillian White in a rematch when he's actually taking boxing seriously for a change and not short notice shit. So it's how much different Dave Allen is when he's not getting treated like a throwaway opponent, eh? Interesting.
Well, when you look at it, his wins that he has had on his quotation marks have been quite questionable when you actually like follow boxing. But with the Sky Sports hype train behind it, makes it look quite decent.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, did you guys see that Bracamonte fight? Dave Allen.
No.
The old Bracamonte, man. He was supposed to be an easy beat, but that was a damn good fight.
He's like top 300.
Yeah. I'll just bring him up now and see what he is now. He's got 3 losses. His role, his rankings. He's 140th in the world now. So, no, his last fights. Oh, he fought Yevgeny Romanov. That was his last fight. Well, it was a unanimous decision over 10 rounds, so he still did fairly well. That's got to be his first fight that went the distance, I think. Just looking through a couple of one win against the nobody after Dave Allen against the guy who's 13-12, and then stepped in there with Rob, who is 12-0, and how many?
How far do you reckon he's going to go?
Yevgeny,
the famous man who dropped Wilder.
Oh, is that him? Yevgeny Romanov? Yeah. I thought it was Harold Sconies.
No, it's Romanov.
I know.
In the something games.
Oh, yes, in the amateurs, you mean?
Is that the guy that stopped him?
Yeah.
Oh, who stopped them? Yeah.
Yeah, he was very, very good boxer. Very good, from what I remember from that fight.
He's only... He's 6...
Only 6 foot?
Yep, 6 foot tall. Wow. Doesn't have a registered reach. He's Russian by the Romanov name.
That's why he doesn't. That's why he doesn't have a. That's why he doesn't have a registered reg.
But he's ranked world currently and number 2 in Russia. So I guess that's behind Alexander Povetkin.
Well, I hope that guy doesn't pop because he's got too much talent.
Bracamonte wasn't his first fight. He's got 12 wins, but he's got 9 KOs. He knocked out Dylan. Did he knock him out? Let's have a look here. Yeah, he did. He knocked out Dylan Carmen as well. I'm just trying to find any other names that I'm on here. Marcelo Nascimento. He KO'd him. Not TKO'd. KO'd him. Excuse me.
He still backed off 30 seconds or 40 seconds.
Okay. Joking. No, that's about the long on the names that we would recognise on his record, but yeah, he could have a bright future. I mean, Oak's foot doesn't seem to be it's not going to stop you getting to the top. I mean, look at Oscar Rivas. They say he's only 6 foot, but looking at that face-off between him and Dillian White today, he doesn't look like he's only 6 foot, does Oscar Rivas?
No, he's shorter than that. I reckon he'd be about 5'11", because White, they say he's like 6'3", but I don't even think he's 6'3".
Yeah, stood next to Joseph Parker when they fought. He was actually a little bit shorter than Parker, wasn't he? So, no.
Yeah, and Joe's registered at 6'4".
Yeah.
And I'm just over 6'4", so, and I've stood beside Joe before, and I wouldn't say 6'4".
Okay. Little Bird told me you were 6'5", mate.
Oh, well, I must be a fucking giant.
Monster. I'm just trying to look up this picture of White and Rivas. Where is it? Dillian White, Oscar Rivas. Face to face.
How do you see that one going, Tom?
You there, Tommy? Is it gone?
No, I'm here. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm grabbing some breakfast. I'll be back shortly. I'm just
Right.
picking it up.
Right, yeah. I found that picture. I'll just get it up on screen for the viewers. Give me a sec here. Here we go, peeps. Oscar Rivas and Dillian White facing off. So, zoom out a little bit. Doesn't look like there's 4 inches of difference there to me. Looks like maybe 2, if that. 2, possibly 3 tops. But
I'd say 6'2", and Reeves would be 5'11".
yeah, okay. Yep. That would make sense. There's one that zoomed out a bit.
White's brother is probably 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah. He looks a shitload like him too, doesn't he? Easy to get them confused.
Well, you'd rather run into Dean than Dillian in that fucking alley.
Well, who knows? I think Dean's like the OG, isn't it? A bit older, and I've seen him talking to Daniel. I think it was Daniel Dubois. No, it was Lawrence Okoli was talking to settle down a bit, boy. When he was, because Okoli and White were sparring for a while there, and White was spouting a whole lot of
Yeah.
shit. So, I wonder if Dean's ever boxed.
He was.
He was a kickboxer, like Dillian was.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I'm just scrolling through these viewers if you've not got a screen up, mate. But did you catch the presser at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty calm and collected for both sides, really, I guess. So maybe a bit of respect for him, Dillian. What interesting. I guess it's hard to give a guy shit if he doesn't speak English, though, does it? Hey, so it's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, that's just that.
Well,
That's
yeah,
just that it's so hard to sell.
yeah,
You're asking professional rates on Sky, rather than having to be reinterpreted back into Colombian or whatever language they do.
yeah.
So that flow of a professional race, like you say, with that back and forth between fighters, is never going to really work.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So articles are saying they've events at the A2. So
Yeah, I was
just
looking at going, but the ticket prices are actually really steep.
just down the road, mate, it might be worth having a look on fight day, see what you can find, even at the gate or something. And they could be $20 at the gate to try and fill it up. Who knows?
Well, yeah, like the top bowl of the Oaks was £96, which is about 170 New Zealand dollars.
Dang.
And in Jennings and Dubois, Gorman was £43 for the same seat.
Wow.
Yeah, I found that interesting.
Well, no wonder Eddie's ticket sales aren't going too well if he's overpricing shit.
Well, I think because the pay-per-view, I don't think will break 350 buys. So I'm guessing they're trying to stump up the profit for the fighters.
Okay.
Because yeah,
Wow.
like White sort of constantly sort of reviews, but against the guy who no one really over here knows. Yeah, I can't really see him doing number, even with that sort of English flavour on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the fight's going on the zone in the States as well, or whether
Yeah,
they...
it is, yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Looked up what the pay-per-view's worth there. Like
Yeah.
£19 or something.
Yeah, I can tell you. Hang on. Yeah, with I think it's 9 or 20 something for HT.
Yeah. Are you going to be buying the pay-per-view
For which fight, sorry?
for White v Revis?
No.
Nope. Huh.
But I will be going round. Shit, wink, wink.
Ah, sweet. Was it half a dozen beer?
Yeah, something like that.
That's the one, mate. That's the one. I don't think we can buy it down here, to be honest.
What channel's that on? It's going to be a UK channel, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be on Sky Action there, won't it? Or Sky Sports Fight Night? Something like that.
A Sports box office. That'll be it. John,
Android phone. Yeah.
yeah, anything that's Android.
Yeah.
Yeah. There will be a way for you to watch that, but I can tell you off air if you like.
VPN. I've got a way I'll be watching it just through my normal stream anyway.
Oh, sweet.
But I'm just looking up here for guys who might down here in New Zealand, if it is pay-per-view down here, because I'm pretty sure it won't be on normal Sky. We don't get bugger all boxing down here. We're likely to get the Pacquiao versus Thurman fight down here. It's probably even pay-per-view down here. My computer's taking a long time to load.
What network's that fight going to be on? Just out of curiosity.
I think that's on Fox in the States.
And
Fox,
ITV here
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
UK.
ITV pay-per-view or just regular ITV?
I'm not actually too sure.
Be pay-per-view, mate.
Probably.
Al Heyman wouldn't let that slip through his fingers.
Well, he
It's
shouldn't.
a Pacquiao
No.
fight. Yeah. Come on, fan pass. There we go. Paper. Let's see what we got on here in New Zealand. If it loads up.
Seth thing here, Joseph Parker opened a Derek's Resort fight on Joshua undercard.
Huh?
I see you hit rats, Jono.
I don't know. It must have been today. It was $6.99 last time I looked. Yay, 300 to go. So anybody watching, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Help a brother out.
And hit the bell icon as well.
That's it, thing. In future. Man, fan pass won't load up for me down here. Running too much shit on my so I'm going to look up my stream site and see if it's on. So we've got, but the what we got here is July 20th. No, I need July 21st down here in New Zealand. Dillian White starts at 5 a.m. here in New Zealand. That card. We've got David Price also says 5 a.m. Derek Chisora, Arthur Spilka, 5 a.m. Richard Rakpuri.
Yeah, React Core, yeah.
Oh, Reakbar. This is Chris Smith. That's also on at 5 a.m. That's on a different card, isn't it? Or is it the same card? That's the same card.
No, that's the undercard. That'll be a decent week fight.
Lawrence and Coley is also listed there as well. And we've got another card. Michael. This is Yevgeny Pako. Or Pavko. That's a 7 a.m. New Zealand time. We've got heaps. I better put this up on screen so everyone can see what times. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get in trouble. But here it is, yo. This is the site and catch all these boxing events on Sunday, the 21st here in New Zealand. The name up in the corner there. But yeah, plenty of boxing. We to have the Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman card listed here yet, but it'll be. Don't worry, it'll be there when the time comes. All right. So now's the time if anybody would like to bring up a subject that they might like to talk about. And we'll get that going. As I'm going to wrap this up in about 15 minutes. It's Friday night here to do.
Sounds like a plan.
So,
Oh, you go.
one guy I was supposed to look up, but I haven't yet, is a young Australian prospect named Dempsey McKean. I've seen him fight once, and that was when I didn't really pay attention because I didn't know who he was. Heavyweight. So, anything about him, madam?
Yeah, he was going to at one point. He was going to fight Leopai. After Leopai had draw, I think it was with that Rosanevsky, the big tall fella.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Ritty.
yeah, that's the one. He had and that sort of fell through because he ended up rematching. But he's sort of done a bit of the New Zealand and Australian circuit. A few names on his resume that everyone would know. But yeah, no, he's still undefeated, I think, from memory.
Yep. Oxrick, he's 15-0. He is. Well, he's only 6 foot tall.
No, I think he's like 6'6" or 6'7". Because I think
Sounds like Boxrec got that wrong.
D. McKean. Is it Dempsey? Dempsey?
No, Dims.
Dempsey. McKean, Mckean.
Yeah.
Well, this is definitely him.
Because he was going to be a sparring partner if Parker was going to fight Martin.
Yeah, I misread that. 6'6", man. My bad.
Because he was going to be a sparring partner if Duco had secured the Martin fight back in 2016. And it was going to be the Raw Joshua.
Okay.
And then,
he's fought Marcelo Nascimento. It's somewhat decent level for a prospect coming up, but he has fought that Roger Eisenretti as well. And he 4 rounds.
Yeah, I think that must have been where that whole sort of triangle effect was going to happen with Leopold.
Yeah. Just looking through for any other names that I might. Oh, Willie Nacio. I've heard that name before. 10-2. He's also fought Hunter Sam. He's a fight too. Not threatening with too much power and whatnot, but he's a tricky prick to try and hit. He's fought him twice as well. James Cook, and that's about all of it. So yeah, keep an eye out for Dempsey McKean, peeps. Up and coming Australian heavyweight. There's something there, mate. I cut you off. Sorry. Remember what it was?
Yeah, Trey Lippy is 16 wins, 16 knockouts, and set up from fighting a Binman.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was meaning before when I mentioned he had a run out. It's like he's fighting a run out. I've been a freaking run out so far. Dude needs to sort of shit out.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what does he want to get to 50-0 before he fights Belt or?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Trey Lippy. Let's have a look. Trey Lippy. He seems to have dropped the Morrison offers. I don't know what that's about. But he's definitely Tommy Morrison's son. So he's 6'3". He has a reach of 74.5 inches. Yeah, like you say, 16 wins, Insults, and he had a
Ooh.
fight. He had a fight on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Pedro Martinez, who was 10-1. Oh, he's fought a guy with a winning record at least, but yes, who the fuck are that? I have heard of his last opponent before that though, Brian. He's very much a journeyman
Yeah.
though. He's 30-22. Anybody else? Oh, he's fought Ty Cobb. I know who Ty Cobb is. He's 19-7. Another journeyman. Anybody else here? Don't know. Thomas Hawkins. Bobby Thomas Jr. Not a clue. Billy Bob from way down south. Richard Delson. Nah, man. I don't know anybody else down there. But he needs to step it up. Who's his promoter, man? No one registered as a promoter at this stage. On whoever's taking care of him isn't really taking care of him. They're giving him what, $1,000, $2,000 paydays here. Beat this guy up. See you next month. So, have you actually seen him fight at all? He's busy. Have you ever?
Who? Tommy Morrison's son?
Yeah,
No, not until you mentioned him. Have you seen him fight?
couple of short clips of him, but I haven't seen a full fight of him yet. I don't think he's really been on any proper televised cards, to be honest.
Does he throw power punch combinations like his daddy used to?
Very similar.
Yeah.
He's got a left hook like him too.
Sweet.
But if he's not going to step up, who's going to watch him? You know?
Yeah, I mean,
About 15 people having a beer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no gloves needed.
Yeah.
It's, yes, but I guess anything else you want to talk about, lads, before we hang it up for the night?
I'm good.
I'm good, Jono. I'm still waking up, if I'm honest.
All good. Make sure you get your Wheaties in, mate. All right, lads. Thanks a lot for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. Hopefully, I'll get a proper stream out on Monday with the kids. Oh, yay!
Yeah.
And wrap up what happens over the weekend. But I hope everybody enjoys the boxing over the weekend. Try and catch as much as you can of it, and maybe come and join me for a stream and a breakdown on Monday or Sunday, most other places in the world. So thanks to everybody for joining us in the chat. This is Tommy Temper and Big Boys Boxing. We out. See you.
Peace.